Olá a todos! In this episode, I will be talking about slang words used in Portugal. If you are studying Portuguese, these words and expressions are very particular to Portugal. In Brazil, slang words can be quite different. This video will be very helpful for you to understand daily conversations in the streets, at cafes, or even on TV shows. The word slang in Portuguese is calão. These words can be very tricky to pick up since they aren't usually explained in the slang form in the books. And then, in a conversation, you might get the meaning totally wrong. I wanted to take the time to thank all my new patrons that joined my Patreon page recently. I'm so happy to announce that I have over 80 patrons. I also wanted to share that I'm in the process of rethinking my different tiers and what each one will include. I have had the same tiers since the very launch, and it's definitely time to offer a wider variety of content options for Portuguese learners. If you have any suggestions of things you think would improve your learning, please share with me. I should announce my new patron tiers in one of my next videos. E agora, vamos começar! One of the most common forms of using slang is to avoid swear words. For example, the swear word shit in Portuguese is merda. So just like here in the US, we say shoot to avoid it. In Portuguese, we have several softer words to avoid the Portuguese M word. These words could also be used instead of the F word in English in some cases. So if something happened and you are upset or surprised, we have several words that would be the equivalent to shoot. Bolas, which stands for balls. No negative connotation here, since the English slang for balls in Portuguese is tomates. So be careful using the word tomatoes in Portuguese. Another word is fogo, which literally means fire. Xiça, no double meaning here. And lastly, phonics. This word can also be used as a oh my gosh or damn. So if you are in a situation that, let's say, you just got a parking ticket, a big bill, an expected meeting, or dinner just burned, you can say, bolas, já tenho uma multa. Fogo, marcaram uma reunião para as 7 da tarde. Xiça, recebi uma conta de 100 euros para pagar. Phonics, o jantar está todo queimado. Next, to express a lot, instead of saying muito or bastante, you can use one of the following words. Bué, commonly followed by de. Eu tenho bué de amigos na escola. Montes, commonly followed by de, as in mountains, piles. Eu tenho montes de trabalho esta semana. À fartazana. This expression usually is at the end of a sentence to express a big quantity or something you can do freely. Hoje almocei à fartazana. Catrefada, meaning a big amount, a bunch of something. Tenho uma catrefada de amigos. To refer for something that is very expensive, that costs a lot of money, we often use the word balúrdio. You can use it interchangeably with muito caro. Este carro foi balúrdio. In Portuguese, if you listen to someone use an animal to describe a person, it is often used in a depreciative way. The word vaca is cow and cabra is goat, but as slang, they are the equivalent to bitch. Another actual word for bitch is puta, but as a swear word, so not nice to use in everyday conversations at all. The word porco is a pig, and is used to describe a person that is dirty, disgusting, obscene. The next one is camelo. Camelo is used for a stupid person, an idiot. We also have burro, donkey, and it's similar to the previous but much more common in daily expressions like não sejas burro, don't be an idiot. Cobra, as in snake, is used to describe a person that is evil, mean. A minha chefe é uma cobra. We have several words to say guy in Portuguese. The most common is gajo. Aquele gajo é simpático. We can use tipo with the same meaning as gajo, and it sounds nicer and softer, especially in the feminine form, tipa, when referring to women. Gaja is not a nice word when compared to tipa. Another word is bacano. This word also emphasizes it's a cool guy. So you can use it as a noun or an adjective. O bacano é Lisboeta. O Rui é bacano. Caramelo is our word for caramel, but it's also our slang for guy in a depreciative way. O caramelo do banco disse-me para voltar amanhã. There are so many ways to say cool in Portuguese. The most common forms are fixe, porreiro, porreira, baril, altamente. Let's look at some examples. O Luís é fixe. A minha escola é porreira. O concerto foi baril. O filme é altamente. I also wanted to share a few of my top slang words. This is a selection of other words that are used a lot and in my opinion are totally worth knowing. I know personally I use them on a daily basis. I know it's been cold in Portugal lately, so a word that you might hear a lot is briol. Está briol hoje. To go out for a drink, we say beber copo or tomar copo, which literally means to drink a glass or to have a glass. Queres ir beber copo? When something is being given for free, de graça, we say in slang de borla. Estão a dar chapéus de borla. When something is very boring or tedious, we love to use the word seca. It literally means drought. Este filme é uma seca. Cena is another common word that literally means scene, but we use it as the word for thing or thingy or situation. Comprei uma cena para lavar o carro. The tricky part with learning slang is that on one hand, it will make you sound more like a native. But if it's said in the wrong sentence or situation, it can be a bit awkward. So practice with your teacher or feel free to write some sentences below. The other thing I wanted to point out is that some words are used by all generations, while other forms of slang are commonly and mostly said by younger people. Watching soap operas or TV shows that focus on daily life situations are a great way to see how these expressions are used. Since these words are slang, they shouldn't be used in a formal setting. But in a casual environment, it is very often to use these words. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you soon. Até a próxima!